Hi everyone, my name's Jules Tush, a speech therapist of 17 years. The question was around how do you get the right answers? Who do you know who to talk to? Where's the best way to get information? And basically, how do you just stop Googling and getting all confused and going on, on a spiral or a doom scroll, etc. So what I say to that, to all parents who have young children and are trying to get information about anything, their development, how they're talking, growing, allow yourself to be in the driver's seat. So stop asking people's opinions. So don't bring it up at the family lunch. Don't talk to the lady in the park about it, or the shopkeeper, because everyone's going to have an opinion and they're all going to want to share it with you. But the reality is this isn't about opinions. This is about getting the correct information from the right people, the most informed people who do this for a living, about your child so that you can then make an educated choice. And especially during those early years, the 0 to 6, which I talk about all the time, early intervention, is when you kind of need to be quick. I don't want to make anyone anxious, but you kind of need to stop asking people at the park and book in with a speech therapist or a pediatrician or have a chat to your GP and get information from the people who have it, the correct information from the people who have it. So basically what can happen is if you're getting lots of different opinions, they can kind of ping pong around. Even if people have the best of intentions. I see so many mums on Facebook groups asking questions, and it's like they're kind of torturing themselves by getting 10 different answers, and then those people get angry at those other people, and it can be very time consuming, because then you've got to filter through those and be like, well, who's this person? What do they know? And honestly, if it's a medical question, ask a doctor. If it's about speech and communication, ask a speech therapist. Go to community health. If it's, behavioral, ask a psychologist. If it's about movement, ask an occupational therapist. Or if it's about regulation. These areas have standardized research, standardized assessments, which basically means that for half a decade, people have studied this, gathered information, done very, I'd say, arduous and quite boring tasks to get this information and to consolidate it into a standardized format so that they can look at a child and go, yep, this is what it is, or this is how we help. So utilize that. We live in a day and an age where you can go to community health and book a standardized speech and language assessment for free. Yes, you will have to wait a few months, but if you're just wandering around asking people at the park, you may as well book in, or asking people on Facebook, you may as well book it in anyway, and then you'll have some answers when the time's right, when you get called in. Same with occupational therapy. They're standardized assessments, so they correlate your child's age with what they're seeing, or the scores that the teacher will give them or that you'll give them. And at the end of the day, none of it's wrong. You don't have to be scared of those results, but you will get the answers that you're asking, and you can get off the Google cycle of asking over and over and chatting to every person and their neighbor about it, and just put yourself in the driver's seat, get the autonomy back, get your control back, get the answers, consolidate them with the professionals, and then you can take the functional steps needed. And I promise you now, they are easier than you think. They're more functional, more helpful, more eye-opening than you can imagine, and it's more positive. So I encourage people to move out of the confusion and almost that anxiety state, get some answers, and then you get into a flow of movement and sense of achievement, sense of direction. You get help from the right people. And I can do another video on how to answer your neighbor or your friend or the butcher or the person in the park, or how to then have those conversations so you're not dragged into their their lack of knowledge or their own funneled vision about the way they see things. So really just reminding parents, especially mums, like get back into your driver's seat. You know your child. You've got a wealth of information and services available to you. Yes, some of them cost a bit more money, but you could see it as a one-off, like you really only need that assessment once. And just take back your power and your mental load. Take back your time and your energy, and you can make it private. You don't have to tell everybody everything. If you are doing that, you may be a little bit anxious. You may be quite concerned, but not sure what to do. I see a lot of that on Facebook. Some people even go anonymous. So reach out to the people who can give you what you need. That is your probably first point of call is your community health. Google that. It's free. A lot of people don't know. You can get speech, OT, physio, psychology, etc., dietitians at your local community health. And the other thing is, if you would like a free download of milestones, so it's the Speech Pathology Australia milestone checklist. I've made it into some nice pretty colors, made it a really easy checklist that you can download, and it gives you all of them from 12 months to 5 years of age. So you'll get that. It's for free. I'll put a link in the comment section and have it on my website, julestush.com. And yeah, you can have some answers there and know whether you should see a speech pathologist or get some extra supports. So if you do have any more questions, reach out, but it's just a friendly reminder to mums and dads and everyone out there, you can get the support and answers you need. Be brave, make an appointment or two, reach out to the right people, and I'll see you on another video. Take care.